and welcome to X and Y Gaming, another Minecraft video. And in today's video, I will be deconstructing both Mormonism and Islam. That's right, I'm going to fully cancel myself on top of being wildly anti-trans. Because they need help, not botched surgeries with fake genitals. Before diving in, we need to understand that, objectively, there's only one answer. They can't all be correct, guys. As a Christian, I obviously believe Jesus to be the correct answer. I believe that because historians, who had nothing to do with Christianity, wrote about Jesus. The Bible is telling of times happening now, and no man before spake like Jesus. I'm putting my faith and trust in Jesus Christ as described in the Holy Bible, the Creator God of everything, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. This is the one true God, a trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You might not like it, but this is what peak physical condition looks like. Jesus the Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man will come unto the Father but through him. Thereby, anything else is objectively false. Now, let's get right into the meat and potatoes, where I'll be going first with the Sand People. Muslims are anyone who practice Islam, and Islam claims to be essentially the third installment into the trilogy that is the Holy Bible. Sadly for them, this is very much false. Your evidence for this can come from something as simple as genealogy. You see, the Quran, the book that teaches Islam, makes the claim that Abram is Mary's dad. You know, Mary, the Holy Mother of God, Jesus' mom. Good old Mrs. M. Yeah, that one. Abram is her dad, according to the Quran. The only major problem with this is that Abram is actually Moses' dad. Therefore, it should be very easy for anyone with more than the 2 brain cells that I have that the author made a mistake. Therefore, there's no way that the author of that book could be the same one true God. Speaking of, whoever the author was, it wasn't Muhammad, because that guy was literally an illiterate pedophile rapist. Hell, even the Quran outright rejects the Trinity, when Jesus himself says he is God. I don't have to understand it, I just have to trust and believe in him. Now, since the Quran is just a bunch of hokum that isn't at all attached to actual Christianity, let's take a look at Mormonism. Good old Joseph Smith. This guy went out into the forest, got high on shrooms, and imagined seeing Jesus, the Father, and some other guy, I think. Something about golden plates and a hat or whatever. At some point, this guy gets his hands on some ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs that, by the way, this is before the Rosetta Stone. This absolute giga-chat of a dingus decided to translate it into what is now known as the Book of Abraham. There's only one problem with that, and that's that the documents he translated are actually what's now known as the Book of the Dead, which is a collection of Egyptian rituals. It is astounding to me that literally anyone would turn to Jesus and then turn to some crackpot extension bastardizing his name, lying to the congregations about how they'll become gods instead of like the angels that serve God, like Jesus says, but only if you get married, even though Jesus said that doesn't happen in resurrection. Frankly, it's infuriating, and I obviously have a lot more social interaction and wordsmithing to work on. The amount of utter and disgusting brainwashing at hand, with people just so damn happy they're going to hell. They're just like a worldly, successful atheist, so damn happy and prosperous, and seemingly doing something right. Except the Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists, and Muslims are all following a false, made-up fan fiction version of Jesus that they've made up in their hearts and carried on through their traditions, following a Jesus that can't save them or anyone. And as much as I like to make a joke at it from time to time, it's no true laughing matter. and millions of innocent, well-to-do people are going to objectively, according to the Bible, burn in hell. And that should be a crime. A very common occurrence through these situations is that some entity or two appeared before various folks and said, yeah, that Jesus fella, but also this. And even some of it can sound so close and so convincing, but it's just not quite right. The final nail in the coffin is that the Bible even foretells of this, even going as far to say that the devil will appear as a being of light, and that anyone who tells of a gospel apart from the actual gospel of Christ is to be accursed. So, yes, Muhammad was deceived, and Islam is objectively false. Yes, Joseph Smith was deceived, and Mormonism is objectively false. Yes, Ellen G. Warren was deceived, and Seventh-day Adventism is objectively false. I guess I didn't really ever touch on that last one, but she is, for sure, a charlatan. At any rate, this is enough damage for now. Tune in next time for the thrilling breakdown about the truth about trans people. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I love you.